Hello, hi everyone. Today I'll be presenting about shaping the future, solving the modern problem with the emerging technologies. In last our residence to presentation, we given uh, outline overview of how the current modern technology is helping in every domain, every business, improving the solution. So, but at this presentation, we took the one stress pain point, which is mental health issues nowadays everyone is facing in the world. Mm, uh, we 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 have a different solutions how this can be overcome in different ways. We have a four technologies. One is with the AI, emerging AI using artificial intelligence, LLM chatbots. Another one is IoT devices. Like we nowadays we use smartwatches which tracks your health, and also using the modern technologies like cloud computing uh, yeah and robotics. So all these four technologies we can see nowadays, how it's helping everyone in improving their lifestyles, or even uh, overcome the sickness, and stay healthy and strong in different ways. There's so many use cases that we can discuss today in this presentation, but this is what people are driving towards in building the application or developing the softwares, the robotics, the IoT smartwatches, to measure your full body scan, the different massages help you, relax the body. The machine knows where the pain is, how to reduce it in so many ways. The technology is emerging and improving, and taking over everywhere. But the problem is the very few developers and very few services or people are offering at the time. And also, before we talking about societal problem, as I mentioned, lack of access to mental health services. We have so many hospital doctors who provide services, to the customers, patients, in helping, providing prescription, and they take the medicine. And this this is the process that people are following for a long time. And you know there's so many people and very less service from the doctors or the hospital. You get it. For example, if a person got a fever and he had to book an appointment, he had to go to the hospital. There are a lot of time taking process involved in it. But recently I was studying a different use case. There is application called BetterHelp. They integrated AI LLMs only particularly to response with the medical data. So if a person tells I have these symptoms, I have this fever, and it immediately gives the few steps what you have to follow and what you have to do to overcome it. So in this way, the chatbots, help you keep your health safe. And there is also the robotics nowadays in the hospital. They started helping, massaging or in different ways. And in also you can also think future further forward in a way that robots um, um, help you in many ways, and the smartwatches that will be attached. We see the implantation of the neural network in the brain, and all this for the impaired people. So this basically helping the patients, improving their lifestyle, their health, and not even you get bored. The AS help in a such a way that keep you always, uh, gives you quality of life. It means your health is very good, and and there are many ways that we can think about it. So as I mentioned, the emerging technologies of artificial intelligence, they're using it as a virtual therapist. It responds to any query you had better than a doctor, because once you give the information, the AI remembers all the time. It knows your first time you got sick, and even the current time you get sick. The doctor only can um, uh, treat you at the situation what you're facing, but the AI knows what your main problem, and it can scan your body with a computer vision, and it can easily seeing the facial recognition. It can tell you what you feeling, what you're going through. That level of AI we already had. Now they are trying to develop in different use cases, and we can see many more in coming days. But definitely I believe that having a assistant, voice assistant or a chatbot speak to you, tells you do this, do that, improves your life, that you come out from that illness and you be happy. And we see Internet of Things already. The big companies building the smartwatches keeps you track of your calories and everything. And health monitoring devices, they gather so much of data. And cloud computing is also because nowadays not everyone is going to hospital. Through video call they are immediately meeting the doctor, telling the problem, and is immediately getting the um, uh, treatment in the online itself. In order to build that software, you need the very strong technology. So nowadays we see everyone talks about the cloud computing. So that's why we choose cloud computing, also very important technology that we all have to understand, because the entire application, the video platform, or the medical data is involved in it, in the cloud computing. So robotics, for sure, this going to be mm, um, uh, it brings so much of change. Definitely the it's gonna more, the lives become going to be more better once the better robots come, start getting developed. I can tell more use case about that too. So how the technology solve it. So 24, I there is an example we chatbot. We can see how they are helping in sending the prompts. 24/7 you can get the um, service, which is not something like doctors whether they provide it or not, but the AI knows everything about the medical treatment practices, and 24/7 it gives you the service. Diverted wearable device always keep the track of your sleep, health, and gather all the data. Cloud-based therapy platforms, as I mentioned, Azure, GCP, Microsoft, they provide this service where you can host your application there. And robotics can be your personal assistant in um, helping you in different ways. These are the few real world cases how they are yeah, providing the service to million people, and making their lives better every day. The opportunities and challenge that we can see nowadays: scalability. Any With the help of this AI, we can see, think in many different ways and build different services for the patients, and different devices for the impact people. Even build a personal assistant to keep interact with you always, and you don't feel loneliness, and without you knowingly, the quality of life, happiness will be, the people are this the problems that um, are there. And the current research and development, they speak about it. So 24/7 you get the accessibility. The more development, the more AI is integrated, the lesser the cost is, which is very important. The best use case we can see, the scalability, definitely any application that take goes through, and improving itself. Challenges, again, we see, we also recently talked about it. Even in the big term firms like Amazon, there was a data privacy leak, right? So this concern will be always there. And coming to medical, it have to be strong governance, IT governance, where they the data is supposed to not leak for the patients. It's very important and crucial. um, so there definitely the AI um, maintains the ethics. They're working towards that. Government the policies and everything um, they're working improving on it, but we have to um, work on it, and we also have to ethics to prevent that privacy concerns, not to put any other people information public. So you should not use user data to train models. You can use, but I should not public it. There are so many places we have to restrict and allow the model to learn AI and develop the advanced models. So definitely our team, we are working on different roles, and myself, I am a metric reporting coordinator, and my friends, other friends who worked in data analyst, system engineer, and AI automation specialist, and UI engineering. So we all these roles we played a crucial role in developing we application. And for myself as a metric contributor, I always um, check the logs and tell the developers, give them reports and documenting everything, and also telling them which region our application is mainly running on, and and also telling them put a log for this button and how many people per day clicking on this application or contact form. This kind of log data I used to uh, gather, and different graphical representation I used to provide them, and help the user experience. I used to discuss with the UI developer, telling him to build this way, the use the features, it might help user to easily interact with the software. And data analyst, we have AI LLMs. um, uh, so whatever the data that user is giving, we need a visual representation, right? And so we used to gather. So we used to have a, different interact meetings with the different roles. With the AI, AI also is very important that had knowledge on every domain, but um, restricting only to the medical data, which engineering and the system for performance who um, scalability optimization is to give a broad view on that. In this way, we as a team together we worked on it, and my role as I mentioned, um, I was monitoring the application, whether the latency is very high or down. Because if it's down, the application is very poor. Other survey that people are using. So checking all this is very needed, because patients' lives are dependent on that. So I always check those log details and providing to the developers to make sure improve that. For example, any region. mm, People are using it for the more ways, the subscript. It's all about me gathering data in all the areas, whether it's the payments that we integrate in the application, whether it's the user clicking on one button, whether it's what kind of information user is submitting, and me going through that reports and providing to the developers, and making further improve, and also see which service is mainly used for a number of people. For example, we have 3 4 solutions and we see only people are using one solution, making sure that solution is improved further. So all this can only achieved, anyone developers cannot be stuck in one place, but having this metrics report can further improve what they have to see, the vision and everything. So I think I played a crucial role in gathering all the data metrics. um, um, there are different practices I also gone through in learning also there was involved. Mm, Yeah, monitoring the cloud computing, which I have done a lot, and integrating analytics and automatically, every interaction in the application users does that. The log data will be saved in a way that I know my status of the application. Um, I'll also use to gather how long, how many regions, how many active users were using my application, so that it may not, the server might not get disturbed, and all this is to gather, and how many patients, daily active users we had. I used to gather all these reports, document the features, and different things I was involved in doing that, and I provided to my different team members, and then further we improved in their areas too. Conclusion, and definitely emerging technologies are reshaping the mental health, because they're building the AI assistant personal. They talk to you, they listen to you, and they help you mental support in all the ways possible. It reminds you when to take the tablet, and the robots comes to you and helps you, provides you services in different ways, and with the help of AI, the development is further engaging more faster. We can see in every area, especially in the healthcare. Um, but always we had to remember, with the proper ethics and regulation, technology can be improved more better. And yeah, I've attached some references here for the better help is the AI replica is there. There all this working in uh, medical domain, helping the users, millions of users every day in their lives. So we also built a small bot, application bot, where it only speaks about the medical data. It's a small project we built, and yeah, this about our project, and I hope I spoke about all the areas what we have done, and how this emerging technologies, particularly in mental health or medical, it's going to be improved in coming days, we can see. And we also have live examples that we can use it to understand. Mm. Thank you for this opportunity once again, and yeah, thank you.